Good evening, and welcome to Interlude, our Wednesday evening service. My name is Reverend Nina Clark, and I am so glad that you've taken a breather in the middle of your week to join us. Take a moment to recenter in the truth of who we are. And shall we start with prayer tonight? Go ahead and just take a breath and allow yourself to arrive wherever you are, whether it's here in this beautiful sanctuary tonight or at your home or in the office, wherever you happen to be. Just take a breath and bring your attention right here to this moment. I've been sitting here thinking about the fact that we are energy beings. There is no part of us that is not made up of divine substance. Our physical bodies, our energetic bodies, the breath we breathe, all divine substance. Therefore, we are made of unconditional love. We are comprised of a divine power, limitless power. We are made of life. We are emanations of the ground of all being, of the infinite field of all possibilities. That is what we are made of. And we know this to be so because there is only one life, one power, one presence, one infinite something, awareness, consciousness, that we here in unity choose to call God, but which is named by many traditions in many different ways. But it is infinite, and therefore it is of us. We cannot be separate from it. And so all that is true of it is true of us, always. It cannot be otherwise. And the only thing that keeps us from living this, expressing this fully, are any false beliefs that we entertain to the contrary. Any false beliefs that are hidden deep in our subconscious. Any false beliefs that we are just still currently believing. Anything that leads us to think of ourselves as separate. Anything that leads us to think of ourselves as less than or not good enough. Our work then is to discover these areas within that hide the truth from us, because the truth is always there. The truth cannot not be there. And so we route those out and we shine light on them so we see them for what they are. And as we do that, we shine brighter and brighter. We become more and more integrated as whole, living, energetic, aware, conscious light beings. And in doing so, we become a blessing to ourselves and to the greater world. And so it is. So, the first time I went water skiing, I was in my 20s. I was working as a counselor at a summer camp on the shores of beautiful Lake Sebago in Maine. On the first time I got on the lake in the speedboat, after an hour or so of watching others rise up out of the water on either one or two skis, depending on their skill level, I was excited and a wee bit terrified when my turn arrived. Clumsy in my newness, I fumbled the skis onto my feet, 2 of them. Thank you very much. And when the engine revved and the boat pulled away, I rose up out of the water and fell flat on my face. I don't even remember if I made it to my feet that first day or not, but I was persistent, and I kept trying until the moment came when I rose ignominiously, not quite sure how to pronounce that, ignominiously from the water, ungracefully from the water, and I was skiing, gliding over the water. What a moment. It was exhilarating. Everyone on the boat was yelling encouragement, and I was flying across the water. In the beginning, all I could do was stare at the water right in front of me between the wake of the boat. And then as I got braver, I slowly learned how to navigate going in and out of the wake, bumping over the edges of the wake. Lots and lots of falling happened. Lots of what they call water wedgies happened. But I was ecstatic, bruised and sore, but ecstatic. And then one afternoon, I raised my eyes to the boat for the first time, up from the water to the boat, and I saw 4 people waving their arms at me and yelling, "Stand up, stand up." I am, I yelled back. They couldn't hear me, of course, because the wind was whipping my voice away from them behind me. But for the next many days, the refrain and arm waving continued, "Stand up, stand up." I was confused and discouraged and even a little privately angry because I felt like I was standing up. In my mind's eye, I was standing as straight as everyone else. I couldn't see any different. In other words, my belief was that I was standing up straight, when in fact, I was not. I was completely hunched over, almost 90 degrees hunched over, and I had no clue that this was the case. And then one day, long after everyone had stopped yelling at me to stand up, I got tired and sort of pushed into my skis to stretch, and my body straightened, and I stood up. Oh. To me, this is kind of like an object lesson about the unconscious limiting beliefs that we live with. I was skiing along, happy as a clam, not knowing that I was hunched over, absolutely oblivious. I believed that I was doing what I was seeing other people do. I was 100% unconscious to the fact that I wasn't. And when it was pointed out to me, I resisted it. My belief was strong. No, I am standing up. It was hard for me to see my unconscious belief because I couldn't see me clearly. Now, if we'd had cell phones back then, I am absolutely certain that someone would have taken quite the lovely video of me hunched over my skis, wobbling over the wake, and I would have had a full-color video with audio as a direct line of sight into that unconscious belief. And wouldn't that be great if we could have videos now that would show us our unconscious beliefs? We kind of do, you know. The world around us, our friends and family and coworkers and our affairs do reflect to us what we deeply believe if we're willing to look. And once we see them, freedom, choice. And so it was on that day on the lake with my skis, when I stood up on those water skis, it was made instantly clear just how false and limiting the belief was that I had held on to so tenaciously that I had even argued to keep. Oh. Because once I stood up, I instantly had more freedom. I had greater control over where I went. I began to be able to jump the way, little bitty jump, with my 2 skis. I stopped falling so much. I wasn't so tired from holding myself in that bent over position. And then I graduated to 1 ski, and that yielded even more freedom. All things that I couldn't have done while curled up in my unconscious L. Later that summer, I was walking with another counselor through the camp, and she grabbed my arm and pointed down to the lake. There was that ski boat with a young camper being towed behind, her body cramped and curled over. That's what you used to look like, I was told. It was an enlightening moment. We will argue all day and all night for our limitations until the day we see them for the untruths that they are, until we stand up and realize that we've been skiing through life bent over. Will you join me for a time of meditation? I invite you to settle into your chair or recliner, floor or bed, sitting or lying down. Make yourself comfortable, trusting that your body knows what it needs to be comfortable. Allow your eyes to gently close and take a deep, slow, cleansing breath. And as you exhale, allow your body to relax. Follow a couple of those breaths in and out, and allow your body to settle into this now moment. Let go of your day, all the things you've done, even the words you've just listened to. And let go of any things that you've yet to do before the day ends. They can wait. They'll still be there when we're done. Just bring all of your attention to this moment, right here, right now, and allow yourself to be here. And notice that you are being breathed. Breath is infinite life force energy. I invite you to hold this awareness, the intelligence of the holy breath of life, as we breathe our meditation this evening. Allow your attention to travel down to your feet and just take a moment to be present with your feet. And now as you breathe in, imagine that breath traveling down to your feet. And know the intelligence of that breath as you breathe that holy breath of life right into your feet. And now bring your attention to your legs and just take a moment to be present with your legs. Now as you breathe in, imagine that breath traveling down to your legs. Know the intelligence of that breath as you breathe. Breathe into your legs. And bring your attention to your abdomen and just take a moment to be present with your abdomen. And now as you breathe in, imagine that breath traveling to your abdomen. Know the intelligence of that breath as you breathe that holy breath of life down into your abdomen. Now bring your attention to your chest and just take a moment to be present with your chest. And now as you breathe in, imagine that breath expanding throughout your chest. And know the intelligence of that breath as you breathe that holy breath of life into your chest. Bring your attention to your back and just take a moment to be present with your back. Now, as you breathe in, imagine that breath expanding throughout your back. Know the intelligence of that breath as you breathe that holy breath of life into your back. And bring your attention to your neck and just take a moment to be present with your neck. And now as you breathe in, imagine your breath traveling to your neck. Know the intelligence of that breath as you breathe that holy breath of life into your neck. And now bring your attention to your shoulders. And just take a moment to be with your shoulders, to be present with your shoulders. And as you breathe in, imagine that breath traveling to your shoulders. Know the intelligence of that breath as you breathe that holy breath of life right into your shoulders. Now bring your attention to your arms and hands and just take a moment to be present with your arms and your hands. And now as you breathe in, imagine that breath traveling down your arms and into your hands. And know the intelligence of that breath as you breathe that holy breath of life into your arms and your hands. And now, if you would, bring your attention to your face and head, and just take a moment to be present with your face and your head. And now, as you breathe in, imagine that breath traveling to your face and head. Know the intelligence of that breath as you breathe that holy breath of life into your face and head. And now allow your attention to settle around your whole body. Just take a moment to be with your divine physical vehicle. As you breathe in, imagine breath swirling all through your body. Breath travels all the way to the top of the head and all the way down to your feet, all the way down your arms into your hands. And as you breathe into your whole body, know the intelligence of that breath. Each breath is completely unique, perfectly adjusted to the needs of the specific moment. Allow the holiness of this breath. Allow the intelligence of this breath. Allow the wisdom of this breath to illuminate those false beliefs which limit you, to illuminate those beliefs that keep you from living a fuller freedom. And know that each time you reveal one of those limiting beliefs, see it for what it is. You get bigger, not smaller, stronger, not weaker, safer, not less so. And so it is.
We believe giving in its highest form is a spiritual practice, and we are grateful to be among the beneficiaries of your spiritual practice this evening. May your generosities of hand and heart return to you in untold ways as they reach into our greater world to bless.
Oh, thank you for being here this evening. And if you'd like, feel free to take this affirmation into the rest of your week. It should also be on the slide on the screen it should be up there on the PowerPoint slide. If you'd like, I am willing to release that which limits me so that I may stand up and glide with ease and grace over the waves of life. Blessings on your week. Thank you for joining us.